Good afternoon, everyone. Well, this is the other part of the update. I came out this morning and found this particular bed completely overflowing. And I turned the tap off. I was trying to get the water to drain and it was just taking forever. And it turned out that I didn't have the lid on that. So it had filled up with clay balls and it had blocked up the pipe. So I had a heap of water coming in and no water able to get out, which is a recipe for an overflowing aquaponics system, which is very bad. But the beauty of it was while I was waiting for that to empty, I actually got around to finally raising this bed up to this height so that now it actually drains. Although the standpipe that's in there, actually no, it's not the standpipe that's the problem, there's too much water going into the bed. And Matthew's been filling this up with some gravel for me, so that's really good. I mean, that one should break really, really easy. So it's a good standpipe. Hey, sorry, you didn't see that, did you? It's one of the ones with the snorkel on it. So that one breaks really easy. I would prefer it that the water was getting a lot lower than that when it's actually breaking though. Anyway, but the water's coming in too fast, so I'm going to need to turn that down. But, so I got that raised up, so that bed is now ready to be filled up with gravel. I need to turn that water down because there's too much water coming in here. So the siphon's not stopping happily. Yes. But managed to fix that bed, and now that I've raised this up, it's holding this pipe up better. So now I'm having less problems with that bed, hopefully. So yeah, all in all, it works out to be a good thing. Although we are having trouble catching these chicks and getting them put away, which is a problem. This basil's doing well. The plants that I planted here yesterday seem to be doing okay. They're not struggling at all. The ones here, well, that's okay. I can't remember what else I planted in there. And I know a few things got disturbed. Yes, the beetroot's doing well. Matthew's very excited about the beetroot. These plants over here, they probably got way too much sun today. Oh, these are doing really well. These are doing really well. They're not wilting at all. So, yeah, quite pleased about that. That's great. Although they're not getting a huge amount of water. But I got issues with all the pipes over here too. They need to be fixed up. And Matthew's gone and gotten himself a bit of a reaction to something. I don't know if you can see that. So it's probably from moving the rocks and everything. But yeah, anyway. So yes, the plants in here are doing well. All happy about that. I really do need to check the levels of the pH and everything in the system because the fish aren't hungry, which is not a good thing. But they got a huge influx of pool water lately, so, and it's really alkaline, so I'm not quite sure what's going on with that. But yeah. But the main thing is I am very excited that this is now working properly, and I've now got this one working properly, so I'll be able to plant that bed out. So, yeah, Matthew's been being very helpful putting the rocks in. Had a lot of fun. There's a huge amount of rocks in there and a heap of stuff floating on the top, which really needs to be cleaned off. But that's just because there's debris in the actual rocks, because it's been sitting for so long waiting to be done. But yeah, so I'm hoping if I adjust that more, so turn that on more, means less water coming there, less water there, so that should actually stop the siphon. The question is whether or not there's still enough water coming out over here. Has got a slight incline. No, not anymore. So I'll have to adjust that a bit further. Well, I can turn this one down a bit. So adjust that down a bit. Still not enough. Matthew, don't touch that, please. And honestly, that's still got a little bit too much water coming through anyway. Still not. It can be a bit of a fine task. I mean, there's a bit of water come through. I'll turn that one back down a bit. It can be a bit of a tricky task actually adjusting the water levels. And the worst part is with this system, I get bamboo leaves and all that sort of stuff in here. So it clogs up the pump and the pump stops working, which is a real pain. Let's see how it's going now.
Look, I can see the rocks again.
There we go. That's better. So hopefully, I mean, it's not too finicky, but yeah, so I've got this bed, that bed nearly up and running, and with Matthew's help I was able to get this nice and firm, so it's nice and stable on those bricks, even though it may not look all like it's all that stable. Once all the rocks are in there, it's going to work really, really well, and it's not going to go anywhere. And I might actually plant some herbs and that sort of thing underneath, so that I've actually got things growing under there that I want. So yeah, so I've got some flat leaf parsley that's there from when I had the chicken coop bed there. But, so the next step is waiting for Gavin to fix these pipes so that I can put the next 2 IBC beds here. But I still need to catch all those chicks too. Anyway, but I'm pleased about my plants that I planted yesterday. They seem to be doing well, but it wasn't that hot a day today either. But yeah, anyway, have a great one. Any comments, questions or suggestions, leave them below. And be sure to check out some of my other playlists. And have a great one. Bless you.